Well, good morning, everybody. I'm delighted to welcome you all here today. Thank you so much for coming out. And over the next couple of minutes, I want to talk to you about why I'm so excited about our new petrochemical expansion here in Baytown. This project is ExxonMobil's largest ever investment in the United States, and it's right here in the Houston Ship Channel. We have designed this plant to be the most competitive new petrochemical plant in the world, and it is a project that will also deliver extraordinary economic benefits to the greater Houston community. For more than 2 years, we have spent countless hours reviewing our plans with regulators, with political leaders, business associations, environmental groups, and with the community. And thanks to your support, this project is now a reality. We received our final permits back in May, and within 8 days, we were in the field driving piles. Now that's what I call being shovel ready. So I want to thank you all very sincerely for your confidence in our company and for what you've done, people like Congressman Green, in fact, the entire Texas congressional delegation, Administrator Curry from the EPA, all the great folks that have helped us to clear the way so that ExxonMobil can make this multi-billion-dollar investment here, which is so important for Texas and for our nation. You all understood the enormous economic benefits this project would bring. 10,000 construction jobs, 4,000 additional jobs throughout the Houston community in a variety of areas, and that includes 350 new permanent positions here at the Baytown site. The total increase in economic activity in the greater Houston area will be nearly $1 billion a year, plus an additional $90 million a year in local tax revenues. You also understood that this could be accomplished in an environmentally responsible manner. And let me tell you what the EPA said in its press release announcing our permit. They said projects like this one, and I really do appreciate this quote, show that economic development and environmental protection can go hand in hand. And indeed it can. The new facilities will be constructed within the fence line, the existing fence line of our sites, and with no increase in the site's permitted emission limits. So let me say that again. Imagine that. We're going to build a new world-scale, multi-billion-dollar petrochemical project within the existing permitted environmental and footprint that we have today. It is really an extraordinary achievement, and it reflects, first of all, our decision to invest in state-of-the-art technology, but also the fact that we have had a track record here in Baytown of continuous environmental improvement. And in fact, since 2003, we have reduced our air emissions at this site by about 50%. So this is just another big step in our economic growth, but with sound environmental stewardship. And frankly, the environmental story is even bigger than that, because not only will the products be manufactured in a responsible way, but the products themselves will help our customers reduce their environmental impact. They will use our advanced plastics to make stronger, thinner packaging that reduces energy consumption, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and reduces waste. Speaking personally, in my 40-plus year career with ExxonMobil, I have never seen a project with a better economic and environmental story. But the part of the story I like best is the chapter on people. Skilled positions in the energy and chemical industries are in high demand and among the best paid in the country. Here in Texas, the average annual wage for chemical workers is nearly $100,000 a year. That's more than twice the national average. And to prepare our young people for these life-changing opportunities, ExxonMobil has partnered with 9 Houston area community colleges. We've created a new workforce training program for the Texas chemical industry. These schools offer certification and degree programs for in-demand jobs like instrument technicians, machinists, welders, pipe fitters. And with $1 million of support from ExxonMobil, the program will benefit some 50,000 students and educators over the next 5 years. ExxonMobil is proud to have received both state and national recognition for this workforce training initiative. We were named Employer of the Year by the Texas Workforce Commission, and a few months later I traveled to Washington to accept an award from the National Association of Workforce Boards. So, how did this remarkable project come to be? In a nutshell, it's the story of U.S. natural gas. Thousands of new jobs are coming to the Houston area made possible by the abundance of U.S. natural gas and gas liquids developed from shale. Shale gas is energizing the chemical industry. It's energizing the Port of Houston through increased chemical exports. And most importantly, it's energizing the greater Houston economy. The shale energy era started right here in Texas. Today, Texas leads the U.S. in economic growth, thanks to the pro-business environment where companies like mine can invest. And that's why ExxonMobil has invested more in Texas than any state in America, and why ExxonMobil is the state's largest taxpayer. ExxonMobil is proud to be America's largest oil and natural gas producer. We're proud to be America's largest chemical company, and we're proud that the foundation of that global leadership is right here in the Lone Star State. So let's take a look now at how this mega project enabled by shale energy is energizing Houston and changing lives.
It's a renewal for the American economy.
It's a renaissance for the U.S. energy industry.
A resurgence of the types of jobs and opportunities that improve quality of life.
It touches the lives of every American.
It reaches from our local schools and universities to our manufacturing sectors.
A ripple effect that is emerging from Houston, Texas, the energy capital of the world, and providing essential products to the global market.
It means we can afford a larger house for the kids.
It's how our nation has regained control of its energy future.
It's why Houston is one of the fastest growing cities in America.
It's why Texas is the economic role model for the rest of the country.
Real jobs.
Real growth.
Real progress.
This is the new reality of America's current economic transformation.
This is the real progress that's been created thanks to the energy revolution brought about by shale gas and hydraulic fracturing.
And this is the reason that here today, we not only mark the construction of our new multi-billion-dollar ethane steam cracker,
We salute the innovation and investment that makes far-reaching projects such as this possible.
We celebrate the tremendous economic impact it will have on the individuals and businesses all over Houston and throughout Texas.
And we thank those of you here for having the vision and commitment to help make this happen.
This Baytown expansion project represents ExxonMobil Chemical Company's largest U.S. investment ever.
The new world-scale steam cracker means our largest ethylene producer anywhere has once again raised the bar on total capacity.
The 2 new units we're adding at our Mont Belvieu plastics plant will make Texas our largest polyethylene supply point in the world.
This capacity increase will help ExxonMobil meet the rapidly growing demand for high-value polyethylene products.
Natural gas liquids are superheated, separated into chemicals, and converted into plastic.
Then those plastic products create the building materials, the cars, the household and medical products that improve our quality of life.
Plastics that are the product of choice because they make lightweight packaging for uses like preserving food.
Plus, it means the trucks transporting the products use less fuel to get them to market.
The Port of Houston's already the #1 exporting port in the United States, and the future for the port looks extremely bright.
But the most meaningful end products of this expansion are seen in human terms, right here in Baytown, throughout the Houston region, and all over Texas.
Including 10,000 construction jobs and 4,000 related jobs in the Houston communities.
There's definitely a lot of jobs out there and always the opportunity for growth. It's awesome, because it's job security for everybody, everybody that's around here that wants to stay working.
All of the new growth is absolutely the biggest change I've seen in real estate. It's exciting for the Baytown community, it's exciting for the housing market. 10,000 construction jobs, they'll have to live here, they'll have to support our community, and 350 permanent jobs. Well, that's an exciting number. I'd love to sell all 350 of them a house.
The expansion will ultimately add 350 permanent positions to the 6,000 already at ExxonMobil's Baytown complex, and will increase regional economic activity by approximately $870 million a year.
Plus, it's expected to generate more than $90 million
per year in additional tax revenues for our local communities.
It's a great time to be in our community. I have had many talks with long-term Baytonians who say that they basically have never seen anything like this as far as the amount of activity that we're seeing in retail, commercial, housing starts, just virtually every sector of the economy.
We're not just talking about creating sustainable products, we're also talking about building sustainable careers.
Which is why ExxonMobil is working with 9 Houston area community colleges using a $1 million grant to increase the focus on technical training and workforce development.
A program expected to involve 50,000 students and educators in the next 5 years.
The community colleges are recruiting high school graduates, returning military veterans, and other Texans to capitalize on the high-paying and stable jobs in the chemical industry.
Great jobs in an industry that on average pays around $100,000 per year in Texas.
These are dynamic opportunities that when a student really understands that if I go through this program and experience and get trained, that the outcome, the skills, the knowledge that I'm going to have are not only going to be something that will help me be successful as I pursue a career in the petrochemical industry, but it's going to be very satisfying. It's going to be satisfying personally, professionally, and certainly financially.
Currently 2 years in, 1 semester away from a promising career I'm looking forward to.
I'm in the Analyzing Technology program at San Jacinto College, and I have a job lined up that pays double what I've been making.
With this degree, I'll be able to have a job that has better benefits and higher pay.
All the job opportunities are there, and I couldn't be any more happy with my decision.
The ExxonMobil Baytown expansion is part of a more than $100 billion U.S. chemical industry investment in American economic growth and job creation.
This enormous investment is all due to the opportunities and advantages our nation has with its unique combination of capital, technology, and affordable, abundant oil and natural gas resources.
It is the very reason why Texas is the #1 exporter in the U.S. and the largest chemical exporter in the nation.
It's how our nation has now surpassed Saudi Arabia as the largest oil and gas liquids producer in the world.
It's why the U.S. is in a position to become a net exporter of energy.
The shale play is simply so much bigger than any of us thought it would be when we first heard about it. We thought it might generate some exploration and production activity around certain parts of the country. Well, today it's really driving the national economy. It accounts for a very large percentage of the jobs that have been created in the last 2 or 3 years. When people talk about the petrochemical expansions, I tell them, well, beyond that, there'll be a whole manufacturing renaissance, because we're going to take the products from these facilities and we'll be manufacturing things in Houston that for years have been manufactured overseas.
So the ripple effect is pretty profound, not just in Baytown, but worldwide.
The transformations created by the shale gas and hydraulic fracturing revolution are far-reaching and far from over.
For our local communities.
For our state.
For our whole nation.
Throughout history, there are those special moments when a place suddenly possesses the ability to truly transform the lives of its people.
Its businesses.
Its future generations.
We are living in just such a time.
We are living in that very place.
Together,
we all now share the power
to energize Houston.
Well, I think you can see now why today is such a celebration. I got to tell you, this is a day I have looked forward to for about 2 years, and it's got to be the best day I've had on the job in years. But it's also a big day for 30 talented Texans who are embarking on careers in our great industry. All of them have earned scholarships to the 9 Houston area community colleges offering the new workforce training initiatives. And you can see they're beautiful. They're at all ages and stages of their lives, and what they all have in common is they're hard workers, they're motivated, and they all want a better future for themselves and their families. So I want to ask you to join me in congratulating these members of our first class of petrochemical scholars. Energize Houston and really shape our future. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Say congratulations, Kevin. Derek, God bless you. Christopher, Mario, Julio, Alan, Martin. How are you, sir? William, Alejandro. Hi, Chrissy. How are you? Philip? Nice to meet you, sir. Osvaldo, David, congratulations. Congratulations. El Said, Ibrahim, how are you, sir? Congratulations. Matthew? Hey, Steve. Lillian. Anthony.
Come on, let's all smile.
Gabriel. Kirsten. Shakitra, beautiful name, Shakitra. Bradley. Hi, Tanya. Matthew, Karen,